Greg is the name of the guy who's doing the gardening. So it says on Sunday, Greg bought 3.5 kilograms of plant food. You know what that is? Like that Miracle Grow powder stuff you mix with water and it turns blue. Okay. He used 1 4/6 kilograms on his strawberry plants and used 3/12 kilograms for his tomato plants. How many kilograms of plant food did Greg have left? All right, so the first thing I need to do is write the total on my tape diagram. What's the total amount? 3.5. Okay, and he used something for strawberries, something for tomatoes, and he had some left. See how I kind of put those in the corner? Okay, so how much did he use for the strawberry plants? 1 4/6. So write that down. And how much did he use for the tomato plants? 3/12. Okay? And then we want to know how much he has left. Now I'm going to remind you of a problem we did yesterday that might help you figure out how to solve this one. So how do I solve this number bond problem?
5 plus 8.
I add 5 plus 8 together first, correct? So what do you think we're going to do on the tape diagram? Add 5 plus 8, add the fractions. Okay? So this is a 2-step problem because we're going to have to subtract after to figure out how much is left. So what am I adding together?
1 4/6 and 3/12.
Okay? So what should I do with that 1?
Okay. Put it.
Bring it down. Okay? So common denominator for 6 and 12. Please don't tell me 72. 12. Very good. Okay? So if 12 is my denominator, which fraction can I keep?
3/12.
3/12. Okay? So I just have to figure out the numerator for 4/6. So 6 times what equals 12?
2.
So 4 times 2 equals?
8.
So 8 plus 3 equals 1 and 11/12. Now that's not my answer. That's how much it was when we added those tomatoes and strawberries together. Now we'll subtract that from 3.5. Let me go down a little bit. So the second part of this problem, okay, I'm going to draw a line right here, is going to be 3.5 minus 1 and 11/12. Okay, so what can I do first? Group the whole number. So 3 minus 1 equals? So 2.5 minus 11/12. Okay? Use your 2. Do I need both of those or just one of those whole numbers? Just one. So if I just need 1, where am I moving the other one? To the bottom, right? Okay, so here's what we've got. Why am I using 1, by the way? Because a half is less than, it is, okay? What would 1/2 be for 12s? 6/12, okay? So this is going to be 3/2 minus 11/12. Now, do you care if I squeeze it in right here? Because I'm running out of room. Common denominator for 2 and 12? 12. And if 12 is my denominator, which fraction do I need to keep? 11 twelfths. Okay? And 2 times what equals 12? 6. So 3 times 6 equals? Okay? So now all I have to figure out is 18 minus 11, 7. So my answer is 1 and 7 twelfths. So how much plant food does Greg have left? Okay, so Greg has 1 and 7 twelfths kilograms of plant food left. So let's look at question number 2, or B. Greg wants to feed his strawberry plants 2 more times and his tomato plants 1 more time. He will use the same amounts of plant food as before. How much plant food will he need, and does he have enough left to do so? Okay, first of all, he wants to feed his strawberry plants twice and his tomato plants once. And how much did he feed the strawberry plants to start with? 1 and 4/6. And how much did he feed the tomato plants? 3/12. And that's what we need to figure out. So if I know how much he has left. How much does he have left? 1 and 7 twelfths. Okay? If this is more than 1 and 7 twelfths when I add it up, then he doesn't have enough, does he? What do you guys think? Think it's going to be more than 1 and 7 twelfths?
Yeah.
I kind of think so, because right here is already 2. Correct? Okay, so let's add this up. And is there anything I can group? Yes. So let's get that grouped. And then add the 3/12. Well, so what would this be all added together? 2 and what's 4 plus 4?
8.
So 2 and 8, 6 plus 3/12. Right? Okay. So now what should I do? Hey guys, I'm going to move that over so we have enough room. So I'm going to put it over here. 2 and 8/6. Go ahead and move it with me. Plus 3/12. Okay, so what's my, whoops, Mrs. Lewis. That's supposed to be a 6. So what's my common denominator for 12? So what should I do with this 2? Bring it down. So if 12 is my denominator, which fraction do I get to keep? 3/12. And 6 times what equals 12?
2.
And 8 times what equals, or 8 times 2 equals? So that gives me 19/12. How are we doing? What do I do now? I changed that improper fraction to a mixed number. Good job. So that's going to be 12/12 plus 7/12, which is 1 and 7/12. Plus your 2 gives me, I ran out of room, so I had to put it down there. So my total that he needs, Greg's total that he needs, is 3 and 7/12. How much does he have?
1 and 7/12.
No, what does he have?
1 and 7/12.
1 and 7/12? What does it say in the first problem? Greg has 1 and 7/12 kilograms. Okay. So if that's the case, you don't have to do this, but I'm just curious. How much more does he need? 2 kilograms. Okay. So, how do you want to answer this question? Greg does not have enough plant food to feed his. I'm just going to say Greg does not have enough plant food left. So Greg harvests the strawberries and tomatoes in his garden. He picks 2 3/5 kilograms less strawberries in the morning than in the afternoon. So morning is less, right? So I'm going to put the morning there and the afternoon here. He picks 5 3/4 in the morning. How many kilograms of strawberries does he pick in the afternoon? So I gave you a little dotted line there. What do you think it's for? Extra. Okay, so how many extra did he pick in the afternoon?
2 and 3/5.
Okay,
So we have
so what are we going to add?
5 and 3/4 plus 5 and
So morning, so this is the whole afternoon right here. And this is the morning. Okay? So if I add this together, 5 3/4 plus 2 3/5. I'll get my total for the afternoon, right? Because that's what the question says. How many kilograms of strawberries does he pick in the afternoon? All right, what should I do first? Okay, so I'm going to do 7 3/4 plus 3/5. And then somebody said bring your 7 down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3/4 plus 3/5.
Okay, so like this, right? Okay. Now what?
Look for your whole denominator. Oh.
Okay, come up with your denominator. 20. Okay. And Mrs. Lowry's trick?
4 times
3 times 5 is?
15.
And 4 times 3 is? Good.
27. Oh, it's a half.
27 20ths.
Break it down.
No, I don't. Oh, yeah, that's an improper fraction. So that's 20 20ths plus 7 20ths.
Because 1 and 7 20th plus your 7. 8 and 7.
Wow, you guys are good.
I feel like I'm ready.
So how much did Greg pick in the afternoon?
8 and 7 20th.
That's a lot of strawberries in one day. Huh?
Wait, like how many, so he only picked like 7 20ths of a berry?
No, kilograms.
Oh.
So remember, kilogram is about 2.2 pounds.
16.
So that's over 16 pounds. Okay? Of strawberries.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Okay, let's look at the next problem. They're trying to trick you on this. Okay? by putting a decimal in there, but we're smarter than that. Greg also picks tomatoes from his garden. He picked 4 4/10 kilograms, so that's the total. But 2.5 kilograms were rotten and had to be thrown away. So we've got some rotten ones. How much do we have? 2.5. But I need to write that as a fraction. 2 5/10. Good job. So 2.5, 2.5, written as a fraction is 2 5/10. You know how to say this as a decimal, don't you?
Yeah.
2 5/10. Okay. So somebody said we're going to subtract.
Yep.
You agree?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 4/10 minus 2 5/10.
Subtract the one numbers.
Okay, let's write it down. 4 4/10
Wait, you can't do that.
minus 2 5/10. What?
Just subtract.
I can just subtract.
Yeah, because.
Oh no, but no, because
Oh, okay. So start with the whole numbers. That's going to be 2 4/10 minus 5/10. Okay, I know what's going on. So I think Aiden, you're onto this. You're thinking 4/10 is too small. Is that what you were thinking?
No, I was thinking. Oh wait.
Oh,
yeah.
you were thinking
No,
that.
I was thinking that because I said that you can't subtract 5/10 from 4/10.
Right. So we're going to have to use one of the whole numbers. Do we need them both?
No, just one.
No, just one. So 1 would be what?
No, 10.
10/10 plus 4/10. So that gives me
1 and
14/10 minus 5/10. And what do I bring down?
1.
A 1. I used one of those, and I have one left. So how many kilograms were not rotten?
1 and 9.
14 minus 5. So 1 9/10 were not rotten.
I put 1 and 9/10 kilograms were not rotten.
I agree. 1 9/10 kilograms
Not rotten.
were not. That's not really a 5th grade sentence, but we're getting tired.
You have to write.
Okay, so on the last one, it's going to be 2 parts, and it's going to be hard to fit it all.
You got a bad page. Oh, no, we do.
No, there's no back page. So let's just draw a line here. Okay? And we're going to try really hard to fit it all in where it needs to be. Okay, I'm going to read it. After throwing away the rotten tomatoes, did Greg have more kilograms of strawberries or tomatoes? Well, we already know the answer. Strawberries, right? How many more kilograms? So what problem will we have to do? Subtract. But do we know the total of the strawberries?
1 and 9/10.
No. Let's look up. The total amount of strawberries. No, because that's the afternoon. So I've got to add 8 7/20 to the morning.
5 and 5.
Okay, so let's get that added up. Way over here. 8 7/20 plus 5 3/4. I'm going to try and write small. What should I do first? Add my whole numbers. So 8 plus 5, 13 7/20 plus 3/4. Okay, and I think I'm going to move my equal sign over here to give me room. So what do I bring down?
The 13.
The 13. So a common denominator for 20 and 4. I don't think I want to choose 80.
5 and 20.
20. Let's just go with 20. Does 4 go into 20?
Yeah.
Okay, let's use it. So if that's the
We
case,
can keep our 7.
yeah, we can keep the 7/20. So we just have to figure out the 3/4. So 4 times what equals 20?
5.
So 15.
20.
So 7 plus 15?
22.
20.
Okay, now what do I do?
Break it down.
Mixed number.
Yeah, change it to a mixed number. So it's going to be 1 whole and
2 20s.
2 20ths.
So 14 and 2 20.
Okay, we're not.
Huh?
Well, there's 2 more
Oh.
things.
Yeah.
First of all, look at 2 20ths. Can I divide by the numerator?
Yeah.
So that's going to be 14 and
110.
1/10. So you have to simplify the first part of this problem. I forgot to write it on here. So we've got how much?
14.
So 14 and 1/10 is strawberries. And how much was tomatoes?
1 and 9.
1 and 9/10. So now what should I do?
Figure out the question.
Subtract?
Yeah.
Okay. So figure out the question mark I have to subtract. So what will I subtract?
1 and 9.
Now, I've got to put the large one in front, right? Okay. Now what?
Subtract your whole number.
So 13 and 1/10 minus 9/10.
Oh, you can subtract it.
1/10 is smaller than 9/10. So I'm going to use one of these, right?
Yes.
So that gives me 11/10 minus 9/10 equals 2/10. What's my whole number I have left?
12.
I thought it was 12.
It's 12 because right here we've got a whole number, correct?
Yeah.
And so 1 plus 12 would be 13. Now, I'm not done.
12 and 1.
What?
Reduce.
Reduce. Simplify. Can I divide by the numerator?
Yeah.
So that gives me 12 and 1/5. You guys rock. We knew it was a lot more. We just didn't know how many more. So do I have to simplify both parts of this problem? Mm-hmm.
It's not a bunch of time.
I know.